What if I tell you this entire world is a sound? Over the next few minutes, my intention is to transform your awareness and relationship with sound, not only in the real world, but also in the virtual world. Science says the universe started with a big bang, a big sound, a wave of continuous vibration. That means everything in this universe is vibrating, which also means we are all vibrating at this very moment, and our bodies are creating different frequencies and sounds. And that is the core of our existence. Well, sound is omnipresent. Even when we are in our mother's womb, we are surrounded by sounds. If we enter into the world's quietest room, we would still hear our heartbeat, our breath, and blood pumping in our vessels. We all know how sound affects our thinking and feelings. For example, we humans have been associating the sounds of nature with peace and happiness for thousands of years. Now, let's listen to this. Did you see how chirping of the birds makes us feel secure and certain? And how do the sounds of ocean waves make us feel calm and relaxed? Now, let's hear this. Did you see how industrial and mechanical sounds create a feeling of fear, conflict, and emergency? If our sounds and frequencies reverberate in harmony with the universe, we are in balance and thus in resonance. And this results in our well-being and good health. But because of the noise and the ill sounds that surround us, we lose this balance and go into dissonance. And we are not even aware of it. Sadly, we become habituated to them so much that we ignore our consciousness of sound. Scientists now agree that consistent exposure to noise can have a physiological and psychological impact on our health and well-being. It can cause sleep disturbances, stress, and anxiety. It can also interfere with our ability to think, perceive, feel, and communicate. And over time, these sounds can become so significant that they can become an independent character of emotions in our lives. The more we are exposed to these specific sounds and noises, the more it becomes a part of our identity and expression. This means the sound and vibrations around us have tremendous potential to make or break our lives. But the question I want to ask you is, are we conscious of these sounds? Let's go a bit deeper. Research has shown that listening to music can activate brain's reward pathways, releasing feel-good chemicals like dopamine. Music can increase blood flow to the brain, improving cognitive functions, leading to enhanced learning, focus, and memory. During a workout, music can boost our endurance levels. While mellow jazz and classical music evokes calming effects which lower our respiratory rate and heart rate. So, as you can see, sound and music have the power to transform our lives from inside and out. Not only that, sound promotes positive human behavior and has the ability to connect cultures across borders. Neuroimaging shows the phenomenon of synchronicity in the brain of the audience and the performer in a concert. This result offers insights into the nature of musical exchanges and demonstrates that the musical experience runs deep within us. We dance and we feel the same emotions together. And our neurons fire together as well. This showcases the capacity of how music can make us experience the phenomenon of spiritual oneness. Even more, sound has the ability to pause our inner dialogue and help us transcend time and space. Sound has always had a sacred purpose. The transcendent power of sound has long been recognized as a vehicle for spiritual fulfillment and enlightenment. As the world is now getting digital and moving towards the metaverse, a mix of virtual and physical life, Are we really leveraging the power of sound and music in the metaverse? Well, metaverse shifts the current 2D experience of the internet to a 3D real life like experience. We can enter into the metaverse by wearing tools like VR headsets or bring the metaverse elements into our world by using AR or XR apps. Imagine you are in the metaverse, traveling through these immersive gamified worlds, interacting with different brands, and socializing with your friends and your digital avatar. Will that experience be complete without sound, music, and audio effects? I bet not. In fact, good audio makes the difference between a boring and a thrilling experience. We all hate watching a video even with a minute delay in the audio, isn't it? Imagine watching a horror movie with a humorous sound effect. How funny that would be. You would agree that sound can totally change the meaning and your experience with an event. And that is why sound is so crucial in the metaverse. Imagine walking through a metaverse with the sounds of cars, people, and lively vibrations all around you. Or imagine exploring a virtual forest with the sounds of birds, sounds of animals around you, and the rustling of leaves under your feet. You see, the closest way to experiencing reality in the metaverse is by aligning the visuals with enhanced audio communication. Another way that the sound would be used in the metaverse is to enhance social interactions. Imagine attending a virtual music concert with friends where you can all hear and feel the same music as if you are really there. Or imagine listening to your favorite musician as if you are right next to them. This will eventually encourage more users to spend time in the metaverse. What if you could feel you're in space or deep in the ocean or on the top of the mountain just by using sound effects? What if you could develop 3D experiences which allow you to learn music theory and instruments faster and make it highly interactive? It can also be used to create new forms of art and expression. Imagine using sound to create interactive virtual objects in the metaverse that respond to you. These uses of sound would open up new creative possibilities in the metaverse. All these examples clearly show that the metaverse can't exist without sound. However, a lot of companies still ignore using sound as a part of their brand expression. The rise of voice-connected devices and voice-based AI is just going to push the importance of sonic identity more. A study by Leicester University shows that brands that use music that is aligned with the brand identity are 96% more likely to be remembered by the consumer. Imagine the consumer is driving in the metaverse and the brands can show and make them listen to their ads. But these brands have to be conscious of how they can cut through the noise and stand ahead with their sonic identity. Now, let me share some interesting studies that brands should seriously consider if they want to grow in the metaverse world. A study by PHMG shows 74% of the young adults believe that they can develop a better understanding of the company's personality through music. Music and the pace of it can influence customer behavior. Slower music tends to increase sale at supermarket chains. So, how can brands build a unique and meaningful sonic identity in the metaverse? Brands should deeply explore and ask these questions. What captures consumers' attention in a way that aligns with the brand using sound and music? How can brands create an emotional connection with consumers using sound? How does the sonic identity remain consistent across multiple platforms like TV, radio, and phygital experiences? Now this opens up so many new opportunities for brands to play in the metaverse. And as we are spearheading into the future, going deep into the world of digitization and metaverse, sound is going to be an integral part of this new universe. We all know sound has been a medium that has unified humanity since prehistoric times. Every culture in the recorded history of humanity has incorporated aspects of sound, music, and voice into their lives in some way. Even tribes isolated from the rest of the world developed their own melodies as a way to embrace spirituality, celebrate life, and pass on their traditions. Sound has the power to connect humans across the planet and create peace and harmony. And how do you and I make this happen? Let's consciously bring and listen to sounds that raise our vibrations. And as we collectively heal ourselves and evolve our minds using sound, vibrations, and music, we can create a new order and positively shift the world.